Hello guys, welcome. Let's begin with a new video. I'm sorry guys, sincere apology that I was not uploading videos. I was not uploading videos. I'm deeply sorry for that. But now I'm committed that I'm going to upload two videos on AAA since today. This is my sincere promise to you. Thank you for supporting me. Without wasting a single minute of time, let's begin with our new video. So in today's video, I'm going to talk you about advocacy thread. Okay, all the series is completely related on AAA paper. If possible, I will try to upload on AFM, but I'm not at all committing it because I have my own work also. There are a lot of stuffs going on. So once that stuff gets streamlined, I will start uploading videos on regular basis. But till then, I'm going to strictly focus on AAA. So today's theory, I'm going to mainly focus today on theory topics. The main theory topics is the question is please write it down. The question: what is an advocacy threat? How it should be reduced? Okay. So in the exam, you're not going to ask examiner is not going to ask you what is advocacy threat and how you are going to reduce it. As you know guys, the exam is case study based, but why I'm taking this theory, because you should be aware of what is advocacy threat. So what is advocacy threat? Advocacy threat means that auditor is promoting the point of view, auditor is promoting point of view of their client, auditor is promoting the point of view of their client in front of authorities. Authorities includes bank, government organizations, tax authorities, etc. Um, Advocacy threat generally breaches your objectivity. It breaches your objectivity. Now, why it breaches objectivity? It might be possible that auditor may give bias opinion about their client in front of these authorities. And yeah, one more thing, the now I will explain it to you by taking examples of bank and tax authorities. Okay, firstly, um, suppose XYZ company has appointed Mr. A, who is a chartered professional accountant. The appointment is made for the purpose of representation in front of tax authority, in front of banks. The work includes preparation of the work includes preparation of projected financial statements for the next 3 years for the company, for the of the company, for the bank, because company is seeking loan from the bank. And obviously auditor is going to Mr. A is going to get paid for that. Yeah. And Mr. A is also a auditor, statutory auditor of XYZ Limited. This is the case. Now this is the simple scenario in which the examiner will ask you, please write the risk faces by the auditor in this particular scenario. Or threat, risk, threat, which are the same things. So basically, what are the threats? First, we will list down the number of threats. There are two threats which involve in this particular scenario. One being is advocacy threat, and the second being is self-review threat. For the time being, I will keep aside a self-review threat. First, we will discuss about advocacy threat. As the auditor, as the auditor is preparing projected financial statements for a company, projected financial statements of the company for bank, because company is seeking loan. Then here auditor will try to yeah, auditor will try to show only those events which enhances company's capability for granting to get granted for loan, to get granted for loan. Auditor will only disclose those particular things, those particular things like auditor will do window dressing. Yeah, auditor will try to do window dressing because he is going to paid for the auditor. A company will pay to auditor or Mr. A for their service. So here self interest, again one more thread we found. So in this small scenario we figure out total three threads: advocacy thread, self review threads, and self interest threads. We'll talk about this later on. Advocacy thread, did you guys understand advocacy thread? Auditor will all Why auditor will see these threads are linked to each others. Auditor will deliberately do advocacy thread because his self interest is involved in this particular assignment. If auditor does not show a good window dressing while preparing the while preparing projected financial statement, then he might lose the audit assignment. He might end up losing the that particular assignment. So here these threads are interconnected. Now the second thing is how it should be reduced. So upon discussing all the three threads, I am going to give you one chart. There is one simple chart on which it is very simple that there is in chart there is written the thread and how to reduce it. Okay, okay, and why it is very much important, because safeguard, generally examiner asks for threat along with some safeguard. So if you write one safeguard you will end up getting one full mark. So what are the safeguards to reduce advocacy threat? Appointing professional accountant who was not involved in non-assurance review, not perform not non-audit work. Okay, the best way to reduce this threat is appointing a professional staff or a professional accountant who was not involved where was not involved in auditing work of that particular company, plus and who has not done non-audit assignment for that particular company, so that appoint a fresh professional accountant. Simply keep in mind, but you need to remember this language because sometimes language also matters. You cannot write appoint a fresh professional accountant, but for a conceptual clarity remember appoint a fresh professional accountant. What does fresh professional accountant include? Who is not involved in audit assignment and who is not perform any non-audit assignment for that particular client. Second thing, appointment of separate team. Like as I said, Mr. A, who is a chartered professional accountant who is conducting audit, and the new assignment is also given to him. Firstly, we need to bifurcate that Mr. A will only do audit work and appoint fresh professional accountant, that is Mr. B, for the non-audit assignment. Okay, these are the related, these first point is related to professional accountant. Now the second point is related to the second part of hierarchy, which is audit team. So basically appoint a different audit teams, separate audit teams. For audit work appoint separate audit team, for non-audit work appoint different audit team. Okay, third thing, now there is another issue, ethical issues. How would you tackle with ethical issues? The simple way to tackle or deal with ethical issues is communicate ethical threats to those charged with governance. So these are the three things which we need to keep in mind to reduce advocacy threat. First is fresh professional accountant, but you need to remember the language. Second thing, the second part of hierarchy, which is separate team. And third thing is ethical issue that we need to discuss with those charged with governance, TCWG. These are the how to reduce threats. Okay, did you understand the concept of advocacy threat? I will repeat it. If you want, you can write it. Advocacy threat means that, or advocacy threat means that auditor is auditor is auditor is promoting the work of their client, the work of their client, or the point of view of their client. Instead of writing work, write point of view of their client in front of tax authorities, banks, etc. So this is the definition and three things to reduce it: fresh professional, second hierarchy, and ethical issues don't charge with governance. Thank you for watching this video. Good day. God bless you.